Hello, 6th class students. How are you? Hope you are all fine and studying well. Today is our class and the unit which we will start, Unit 5, Air. Air is used to propel the hover. First, introduction of air. The earth is surrounded by a layer of air which is like a huge ocean. It extends hundreds of kilometers above the surface of earth. This ocean of air is called atmosphere. The atmosphere is made up of several layers of air containing mixture of different gases. Here different percentage of gases is given. The abundance form of gas is oxygen, which is 1/5 of the air. Nearly 1/5 is a gas called nitrogen, and rest is made up of argon, carbon dioxide, and small amount of other gases. Oxygen is an important gas. It helps all the living things to stay alive and helps the things to burn. Plants take in carbon dioxide during the daytime to make their food. Here we will see the properties and uses of these gases. First, properties of the oxygen. It is clear colorless gas with no smell. It is slightly soluble in water. It reacts with a lot of substances to form oxides, giving out a lot of energy. Its two important reactions are respiration and combustion of fuel. The uses of oxygen. Oxygen is used in breathing and burning. It is filled in the cylinders of divers and mountaineers. It is used in oxygen acetylene torches for cutting and welding. Space rockets carry the liquid oxygen as a fuel. You can see in these different diagrams. Next, we see the properties and uses of nitrogen gas. It is colorless gas with no smell. It is only soluble slightly in water. It is not very reactive like as oxygen, but it does not combine with hydrogen to form ammonia. It also combines with oxygen at high temperature to form the oxides of nitrogen. Uses of nitrogen. Nitrogen is used for making fertilizers. Liquid nitrogen is used for freezing the food. It is used in engineering to freeze the liquid in damaged pipes before repairing them. It is pumped into oil storage tanks to prevent the fires. It is also used in food packaging to keep the food fresh. Next, properties and uses of carbon dioxide. It is used in fire extinguishers. It is used in cold drinks to make them fizzy. Solid carbon dioxide, which is called dry ice, is used to keep the food frozen. Next, layers of the atmosphere. Atmosphere is divided or comprises of different layers. First is troposphere. Troposphere is the layer nearest to the Earth's surface. It is about 10 kilometers thick at the poles and 16 kilometers thick at the equator. 1/5 of the troposphere is made up of oxygen and 4/5 of it is made up of nitrogen. Other gases such as carbon dioxide, argon, etc. are present in very small quantities. Second layer is tropopause. Tropopause is above the troposphere, as you can see in the diagram. It is the boundary between the troposphere and the stratosphere. Going upward from the surface, it is the point where air ceases to cool with the height and become almost completely dry. It does not have enough oxygen for the living things to survive in. The next layer is stratosphere. Stratosphere is above the troposphere. It is 3 kilometers thick and it contains a gas called ozone, which is like oxygen. It forms a protective shield around the earth, which stops the harmful rays of the sun from reaching it. The last layer is ionosphere. The top layer of atmosphere is called ionosphere. There is very little air pressure present in it. About 1600 kilometers above the earth, atmosphere fades into the space. Next, atmosphere and the wind. The ocean of air is called atmosphere, as we already discussed. The air around the earth is never still, it is moving all the time. Moving air is called wind. Next is thermal. When the surface of the earth heats up, it warms the air near the ground. Warm air expands and becomes lighter than the surrounding air, and so it begins to rise. This rising current of air is called a thermal. Thermal are used by the glider pilots and birds to float in the air. When it cools, the air sinks towards the ground again. Next, we will see the difference between the sea breeze and the land breeze. Air moves from the areas of the high pressure to the ocean of the low pressures. On sunny summer days, the land gets warmer faster than the water. Air near the land warms up and rises. The air pressure over the land is lower than over the water, and so air moves in from the sea. This is called sea breeze. While at night, the land cools down quickly, but the water remains warm. The air above the water becomes warm and rises. Air pressure over the water is lower than the over land. Hence, at night, air moves from land to the sea, and this is called land breeze. In this way, air circulates between the sea and land. Next is atmospheric pressure. The large mass of the air in the atmosphere is heavy and pressed down hard on the earth. Scientists call this weight of the air is air pressure. Air pressure is greater at sea level and decreases as we go higher up. It pushes from all sides on everything. And next, effects of atmospheric pressure. Change in air pressure causes the changes in the weather. On the surface of the earth, air always moves from areas of the high pressure to the areas of low pressure. Low pressure causes the strong dust storms because air rushes from regions of the high pressure to the region of low pressure. When there is high pressure, the weather is often sunny and fine. The next effect is the melting and boiling points of the solid, liquid, and gases are affected by the air pressure. Liquid boils at the low temperature at high altitudes because air pressure decreases as we go from sea level to the top of the mountain. Mountain climbers have to breathe heavily on the mountain tops because of low air pressure. Sometimes they have to use the oxygen tanks to breathe satisfactorily. Next is measuring air pressure. Air pressure is measured by an instrument called barometer. There are various types of barometer as you can observe or see in these following diagrams. First is simple barometer, which is also called mercury barometer. First is mercury barometer. A simple barometer consists of a long glass tube which is sealed at one end, and it is filled with the mercury and inverted in a dish containing the mercury. The height of the column mercury in the glass tube measures the atmospheric pressure. And the second is aneroid barometer. As you can observe in the diagram, an aneroid barometer is a box with a flexible sides. If the atmospheric pressure changes, the box changes the shape and moves a pointer across the scale. It is used to forecast weather. And the third is altimeter. This parameter is used by the pilots and mountaineers. It indicates their high level of height or altitude above the sea level. Next, the uses of air pressure, where we use the air pressure first to forecast weather with the help of barometer, to measure the altitude with the level of altimeters, to suck liquids through a straw, to apply pressure brakes in the large vehicles, to suck dust into the vacuum cleaner, to fill tires with air with the help of air pump, to fill eyedropper with the medicine, to fill syringes with medicines. And there are also many uses of pressure, but in our book only these were given. The last topic is air pollution. Already know you know what is meant by the air pollution. Unwanted and harmful substances in the air cause air pollution. The main sources of air pollution is burning of coal and oil in houses, factories, power stations, and vehicle engines. When burned, these fuels produce soot and smoke and a mixture of poisonous gases which are carried in the air for a long time. Then the effects of air pollution. They can cause breathing problem and lung diseases. They can enter the clouds and fall back to the earth as acid rain, which is very dangerous. You can see in the diagram how the acid rain occur. Acid rain damage the buildings, trees, and crops, and also poisonous fish and other water life. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, and bye bye.